Hey Beauty, in this episode I talk about 3 of my favorite healthy drinks. So if you start replacing your sweet, sugary, your juice drinks, your pop, your soda with some of these healthy drinks, it will be so good for your health. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Before we get into the show, I wanted to read you a review. This review says, "Pursue health with God's wisdom. I love how Alexandra combines her experience in the medical field with God's wisdom to give us a great perspective on how to pursue health." Thank you so much for this review. This review was from JBAL333. If you leave me a review, I just might read it on the show. Reviews really help the show to grow so that it can reach more people. So if you have not written a review, please write a review. I would be so grateful. If you don't have an iPhone, unfortunately, you're going to have to get the app on your desktop. So download the iTunes app and scroll to the write a review in purple letters. And that's how you can write me a written review, and I would be so grateful. With all that being said, let's get into the show. Welcome to Her Holistic Healing. Do you want more energy and less anxiety so that you can do all the things? Are you searching for meal ideas, essential oils, and other holistic treatments? Do you wish you could know which direction to take with your health so that you could finally feel better? Hey, I'm Alexandra. I love Jesus. I'm a wife, mom of 3, and registered nurse with years of experience in clinical research. I also wanted more energy so that I could have more fun and keep up with my growing child. I too was confused about all the different diet and treatment options. I too wanted to wake up every day and feel good, but I felt anxious because I couldn't solve the mystery of my health. Until God showed me that He is the source of true healing. In this podcast, you will learn holistic treatments and Bible truths that will lead you to the peace, joy, and freedom that you have been hoping for. So what do you say we take a break from the mind-numbing humdrum busyness? Let's rest and let God be our healer and helper. Before 2006, I ate a ton of junk food, processed foods, a ton of sugar. I just didn't really eat. I hardly ate any healthy foods at all. I hated vegetables, and I didn't believe that food could make any difference in my health. I remember talking to a coworker one day who said that he cut out soda, or he cut out pop, however you say it, soda or pop. He cut that out from his diet, and he said that he lost a ton of weight. I wasn't trying to lose weight, but I think that was one of the first times where I thought that maybe I should try to eat a little better for my health. So that was one of the first things that I did. I cut out pop from my diet. As the years went on and I learned more, I also cut out juice, even natural juice, because it has a ton of sugar, and I replaced it with just eating fruits. When I started having kids, I started drinking water all the time because I was pregnant, and then I breastfed each of them for more than 2 years. So I cut out tea and herbs and all those things because I didn't want to have those things in my body when I was pregnant and I was breastfeeding. Most of those things are safe when you're pregnant and breastfeeding, but I wasn't sure. So I just drank water most of the time for about 9 years because that's how long I was pregnant, and I breastfed for a long time. So I did that for about 9 years, and it wasn't until maybe a few months ago when I started trying different healthy drinks and teas. So I wanted to share with you 3 of my favorites. One of them is this elderberry lemon balm immune and stress tea that my mom introduced me to. I just love the taste, and I started drinking it right before I go to bed because it relaxed me. So this tea, as I said, is made out of elderberry. Elderberries are berries and flowers of the elder plant. They have, according to the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, some of the various health functions include antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, anti-influenza, antimicrobial, anti-diabetic, cardiovascular, protective, and neuroprotective activity. So it's good for the heart, it's good for the brain, it's good for so many things. So this tea contains elderberry, lemon balm. Lemon balm is a perennial lemon balm plant, and it's a member of the mint family, according to the Phytotherapy Researcher Journal. It says that current evidence suggests that lemon balm may be effective in improving anxiety and depressive symptoms, particularly in the acute setting. Lastly, also, I forgot to mention in this tea, it has ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is an adaptogenic herb that's popular in Ayurvedic and traditional medicine. According to Neurochemistry International, the effects of ashwagandha leaf extracts are multidimensional, ranging from differentiation of neuroblastoma and glioma cells, reversal of Alzheimer and Parkinson's pathologies, protection against environmental neurotoxins, and enhancement of memory. I will say that I've been drinking tea since I was a kid, so if you're not a tea drinker, it might take a while to get used to different teas, but this has become one of my favorites. In the past few months, drinking tea has been one of my favorite things to do before I go to bed. So after I've had a really long day and washed the dishes, I just drink a cup of tea and just try to sit in silence and talk with God. And it's just, I think doing things like this is just so wonderful for your health. So that's one of my favorite healthy drinks. Another one, this is another new one that I tried. It's a drink with matcha powder. Matcha is a form of green tea, which is super, super healthy for you. Here are some health promoting properties according to a journal called Molecules. It has anti-carcinogenic effects, anti-inflammatory effects. It's cardioprotective. It's good for the heart. It can improve cognitive function and prevent neurodegenerative disorders. It can help regulate carbohydrate metabolism. For matcha powder, what I do is I take 3/4 teaspoon of matcha powder. The bag says 1 teaspoon, but my body is really sensitive to caffeine, so I use 3/4 of a teaspoon. I brew just a tiny bit of water, and then I pour water so that the powder will dissolve. I mix it, and then I actually put milk and also a teaspoon or 3/4 of a teaspoon of coconut sugar. I mix the drink, and it's basically, it's like a latte. It's delicious. You can put ice in it. I use raw milk, so if you go to episodes 20 and 21, you'll hear about raw milk. If you're not into raw milk, because I really only try to use raw dairy, I try to stay away from other milk and dairy. If you're not into raw dairy, you can use coconut milk or almond milk or something like that. You can also drink matcha tea. Matcha does have caffeine in it, so just be aware of that. Another healthy drink is chamomile tea. I've been drinking chamomile tea since I was a kid. Chamomile is a plant that's native to Western Europe and Northern Africa, but these days it's grown all around the world in different temperate regions. According to Phytotherapy Research Journal, animal models studies indicate potent anti-inflammatory action, some anti-mutagenic and cholesterol-lowering activities, as well as anti-spasmodic and anxiolytic effects. So chamomile tea also relaxes me, helps me sleep. So this is another favorite drink that I drink right before I go to bed or when I feel like I'm stressed out. This is one of my favorite teas to drink. Lastly, I tried this maca chocolate drink. It has, I don't know if it had cacao in it or what, but it didn't have any sugar. So it was this maca and cacao mixture. What I do for this drink, I just brew a little bit of water. Like for the matcha drink, I brew a little bit of water, and then I pour just a little bit of water and let the tea bag steep a little bit. I actually put it in the fridge. And I like to, once again, put raw milk on top and a little bit of ice, some coconut sugar to sweeten it up. And that is another delicious latte-like type drink that I like to drink. Once again, if you don't do dairy, if you don't do raw milk, I do raw milk. You can use coconut milk or almond milk. This is another delicious drink. You can also use it as a tea. According to drax.com, maca root is rich in antioxidants, enhances energy, mood, and memory, improves female sexual health, balances estrogen levels, and can boost male fertility. So this maca is a really great choice as well. After looking up the health benefits of all these things, I wanted to also mention turmeric. Turmeric is a wonderful herb that has been shown to be beneficial for the nervous system, skin, and metabolic processes. There's actually a ton of health benefits for turmeric. Some people say it's the healthiest herb on the planet. I found this article that says that turmeric was nicknamed as one that wins over diseases. In Sanskrit, turmeric has at least 53 different names. It says it gives delight to the heart. As I said, it wins over diseases. It cures fevers. It's a killer of worms, killer of fat. Another nickname is prosperity. It's an enhancer of body complexion, and it's a killer of poison. This was all inside either an article. Yeah, it's an article in Herbal Medicine. The title is Turmeric, the Golden Spice, from Traditional Medicine to Modern Medicine. I wanted to mention turmeric because my husband does CrossFit and sometimes he has joint pain. So I went to the store and I bought him these turmeric capsules. And if you try this, you want to make sure that it has black pepper in it. He took it and he said the very next day his joints felt better. So it's really great for inflammation and things like that. I have not found that it tastes good. Well, actually, I haven't tried it in a tea. I have tried it in a chicken recipe and it was delicious. So you can try it as a tea. You can use it when you cook. You can buy some capsules. Just make sure the capsules have black pepper because the black pepper helps to activate the turmeric. So turmeric is another wonderful spice, a wonderful herb. Whenever you're buying these teas or herbs or supplements, you want to make sure that it's of very high quality. Try to look for non-GMO, organic. Just look for companies that you can trust whenever you're looking for these things. So I just wanted to bring this up because if you're trying to improve your health, an easy way to start is to start eliminating some of your juices, some of your pop, some of your soda from your diet and replace those things with water or with delicious drinks with these amazing health benefits. You can just go to a health food store, and this is what I did. I was at Sprouts one day and I just started walking through the tea aisle, and it's like this treasure chest of herbs and other healthy things, and it's kind of exciting for me because I'm kind of a nerd, but you can do that. You can find some great teas to try. That's just a very easy way to start out if you don't know where to start with your health. You can go to pubmed.gov if you're interested in a particular tea or particular herb, and just look up the health benefits. PubMed has some great articles. All of these articles that I've found are from PubMed, and it's just it's really easy to search for. Another great resource is drax.com. He has amazing blogs on natural remedies. There are a ton of natural remedies out there. I believe that these are things that God has given us for our health, and we can do things like we can add some, like I was saying, coconut sugar, a little bit that is actually good for your gut. If you're not warming up the drink, you can add some honey, which is amazing for your health. In episode 38, my guest and I talk about the amazing health benefits of honey. I also wanted to say once again that what works for someone else may not work for you. I know I mentioned turmeric, but turmeric, I used to take turmeric supplements, but I feel like turmeric didn't, for whatever reason, it didn't help me very much. It's a very potent anti-inflammatory herb, but for me, it didn't help. But for my husband, it helps him a lot. So I just wanted to say that, as I said before, every body is different. So don't get discouraged if you try something and you feel like it's not beneficial to you. Just ask God for wisdom first. Just keep trying to improve your health. God will meet you along the way. I really hope that this inspired you to try some of the herbs, the natural remedies, the healing foods that God has created for your healing. I'm so glad that you took the time to listen today. If you like what you heard, will you leave me a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts so that this show can reach more people? And if you want to connect with me, go to herholistichealing.com. Before you go, I want to leave you with one of my favorite passages from Matthew 29. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls.
For you, it's easy and my burden is light.